Hey everybody, this is Strict9 with Strict9 GP, and welcome back to episode 11 of my Out of the Park Baseball 18 playthrough with the Phillies. So we're down to elimination game, or the game where we move on in the playoffs, and there's no going back after this one. We're game 5 in the division series. We're tied 2 games apiece with San Diego Padres. If you saw the last game, we barely lost 4-2. They pretty much controlled the whole game, though, and we tried to mount a comeback in the 9th inning, but just fell short. And so hopefully we got some momentum from that, and maybe Game 5 will be a little bit different. I'm probably going to go with Juan Rhea today, who was my best starter through the regular season, and he didn't win the first game of this playoff series. He didn't get the decision, but he pitched really well, so hopefully that'll be a good sign for us today, and we can squeak out a win. But before I move into the actual playing out of the game, I had a subscriber ask me a question I wanted to answer real quick. And first of all, thanks for subscribing, and I hope you're enjoying the series. It comes from Hip Rig Car, and he just had a question about a player, Nick Markakis. He wanted to see how he finished off his career. And if you're a fan of him, I hate to tell you, he didn't do too well for the rest of his season. Now, let me go back. I think I have him up here. He actually played out. I started this sim in 2017, and if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me, Hip Red Car, if you wanted to check, but this is what the sim did for him in 2017. This is not his actual real-world numbers, and I think they might be pretty close. I'd have to double check it myself, but he finished 267, 12 home runs, 59 RBIs. But the next year with Atlanta, he lost his starting job and looks like he slipped a little bit. He finished with just a 233 batting average, playing sparingly, and he wound up retiring in 2020. So no, the team picked him up after that. Kind of a disappointment. I always liked watching him play. He had a great start to his career in Baltimore, and he looked like he was going to be, man, one of the greats of his generation. But I'm not sure what happened there towards the end in this sim. I was hoping he would get a few more years, but that's how he finished with me. In terms of milestones, he did get over 2,000 hits, which I think is what he's currently showing in real life. But he fell short in a few other categories. Still a pretty good career for him. But again, thanks for subscribing and your questions. If you have more, feel free. I'll answer them when I can. I love looking at that kind of stuff myself when it comes to these playthroughs, seeing how some of my favorite players wound up in the fictional world. But before I start the game, I wanted to also go over, we already covered the Brewers. They swept through San Francisco. That was no big deal. But Detroit won their series against Oakland. So Detroit's making a pretty good run this year. And then Tampa Bay and Baltimore both tied at 2 apiece. So they're in that final game clincher for those two guys. I don't know if they're going to play the same day I do or not. But let's go ahead and get it started, and let's hope that we can squeak out a win here. And the first thing that I've got to decide, I know I'm going to go with Rhea as a starting pitcher, but the infield is a place that I need to really get some offense going. And Barge is having a great series, but Tyler Freeman and Oviedo and Nova, the three of those guys have not been good at all. And we're playing against Tovar, who is one of their better pitchers. He's definitely got a high stuff rating, so he's a high strikeout type pitcher. I'm tempted to leave it as it is here. Go with Freeman at third, Oviedo at short. I'm definitely bringing Elman in. Mast has been almost ineffectual throughout this series, but the big question is, do I want to bring in Nova? And Nova, he's a great defensive third baseman, his 2 previous years until he got injured were good. But I don't know. His ratings against righties are a little bit scary going up against a power thrower like we're going to be playing against today. And even though Oviedo is kind of having an off series, I still think he's going to have a little bit better chance rating-wise against a power pitcher. So if I go with Oviedo at short and then use Freeman at third, and he plays third really well. His ratings, yeah, his contact and eye and avoiding the Ks are a little bit better than Nova's too. So that's what I'm going to go with, and hopefully I won't get burned. Staying with White at first. He's had a hot bat through the series, and no other changes. Barge is going to be in the lineup too against the righty, so hopefully this is the lineup that's going to win it for me. And let's get started. And I'm going to turn the volume down here a little bit on the game. So we're in San Diego, so I'm going to be batting first, leading off with Vargas. It's got a full count. And the wind's blowing out to the left, so I've got some power from the right side and a few guys, so hopefully that'll help me out. Strikeout. And Tovar, his first game, we wound up coming back and winning that game, but he pitched really well. 8 innings, no earned runs. He's going to be tough to beat, especially in the clincher, I'm sure. Here's Barge, not much, just a little tapper down to second. And then Freeman, 1-0 count. Oh, and he gets one. Man, he drives it out deep to right, and I think he caught it. Oh, my gosh. That's another thing we're seeing here is a lot of good defensive outfield play from both teams, really. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot's getting. We're not seeing a whole lot of extra base hits for sure against this team. So they got Waters starting out. He's had a good series. And Ray is up 2. Well, no, he's down 2 balls, no strikes. Tapper out to the pitcher. So that'll be 1 up, 1 down. That brings Almanzar up, who is a pull hitter. And I've been playing him with the weak shift left. I'm going to keep doing that. Got an 0-2 count on him. And he flies out to left field. And Elman is there to make the play. So Tatis coming up. He's had a good career so far. What is he up to now? He's 852 hits career. I'm sorry, that was RBIs. 279 career home runs. So yeah, he's definitely had a good career. He's listed as a spray hitter, so I'm just going to play him straight up. And he gets, all of that one. Come on, Trace. And Vargas just comes up short. Looks like it bounced off the wall. So he's up with a double. And that brings up Hubschman, who is so dangerous. Although he's only batting 250 this series. Do I want to play against him or Naylor? Pitch against him or Naylor? I think I'm going to gamble here and go against Hubschman because I think Naylor's due. Oh, and that was a gamble I shouldn't have gone for. But they're going to hold him at third, not testing Ochoa's arm. So first and third, 2 outs. I've had a lot of success against Naylor so far. He's just 1 for 15. And I've just been playing him to pull, both in the outfield and infield. And let's hope that oh, and it's a wild pitch. Oh. So Tatis scores. So now we're down 1-0. Not a good start. And Naylor grounds out to the first baseman, but San Diego's on the board first. Can't afford to really get too far behind right now the way my offense is going. So got Ochoa coming up. He's had an okay series so far. His last game wasn't too great though. And he lines it out to the left, but I think it's going to be right to the left fielder. Not much on that one. Now we got Elman coming up. He needs to have a good game. 2-2 count though. Oh, and he drills it out to center, and that's going to get down for extra bases. So Ailman winds up at second. He's had a good series for me. I should have kept him in the whole time. That brings up Kanan Smith, who's struggling a little bit. 0-1 count. And he drills it out to right field. Oh, but he made the catch. Another diving catch by the right fielder. So Evan White, who is currently batting over 500 in this series, and he strikes out. It's probably a little bit too much to hope for him to keep hitting like that. So we go to the bottom of the second, down 1-0. They're leading off with Mike Callaway. And he hits it to the shortstop. Oviedo, a good play there, playing deep. Eric Knowles up. He's had a good series as well. Full count. Pop up. And Barge tracks it down in short right. So that was a good play for him. And then Danner, he's also hitting well. These guys have hit really good against us all up and down the lineup. He grounds out to the first baseman, though, so that's an easy out. So still down 1-0, third inning. Oviedo leads it off. 2-2, and he strikes him out. That's Tovar's third strikeout of the game, and that's what I expected I would see from him. So Rhea, the pitcher, I expect nothing going to happen here. He grounds to the third baseman, easy out. So now Vargas, struggling a little bit after a hot start. He's 5 for 20 in the series so far. And he's down 0-2 here, and he strikes out. So Tovar, 4 strikeouts through 3. It's definitely going to be tough to beat him. Oh, and he gets a hit. Oh my gosh. The pitcher leads it off with a hit. Gosh. That's the third hit of the game for San Diego. Liner out to left field. And, oh, unbelievable catch from Ailman. Good job. So I'm going to go double play depth. Play these guys a little bit with a weak shift left. See if we can. Oh, and he drills it. I don't think Ailman can get that one. So first and second now. 1 out. Tatis up. I'm going to go with double play depth. Count 1 and 2. And he lines it to Ailman again. And he dives and comes up with it. Holy cow. Ailman was definitely the right choice in left today. But now we got Hubschman to deal with. 2 outs. First and second, he's got a full count going. He walks in. So I'm going to have to watch the pitch count there for Rhea. He's already up to 49. So Naylor, he scares me a little bit. I think he's due. I mean, he's got a power rating of 16. If he connects, it could be all she wrote. Oh, and a liner right out to Barge, and he catches it to end the inning. We dodged a bullet on that one. So now we just really need to score. Come on, Barge. First pitch, and he drills it, and that's going to be extra bases. And he slides into second. He may have even had a chance to get a triple on that one. That's his 8th hit of the series. So now that brings up Freeman, who hit the ball well his last time up, but outfielder made a good catch. They were guarding the lines there. So nothing going. So Ochoa, I would love to see a home run here from Ochoa. Oh, but he lines it, and that's going to fall and bring in a run. So another double, and that's how it works. We're tied up at 1 apiece. So now Ochoa on with Ailman, who's got the hot bat. He's hitting over 400 this series. 1 and 2 count, though. Oh, and he swings and misses. I talked him up too much. Kanan Smith going to be the last chance this inning, and now a dribble to the pitcher. That's did he beat it? He's safe, an infield hit. So runners on the corners with Evan White up, who struck out his last time up, and Tovar up to 62 pitches right now. So the quicker we get him out, the better we're going to be. And lines it. I think he's going to catch it. Oh my gosh. The defense. He dove and caught that ball in foul ground. So bottom of the fourth, Mike Callaway leads it off for San Diego. And rain is starting to fall. Uh-oh. In San Diego. 1-2 count. And that's going to be ground out to the third baseman. Eric Knowles up now. Dribbler to the first baseman. He gets, or pitcher, sorry. He gets to it. 2 up, 2 down. And we got Danner up now. 1-1 count. And that's going to be it. 1-2-3 inning. That's what we need from Rhea right now. So we're leading off with Oviedo and then the pitcher. So this might be a tough inning for me. And he's going to ground out to the first baseman. Man, they are really... He's safe. Bad play by the first baseman. So we got some speed on. And Tovar has a poor hold rating, but I'm going to bunt here. I'm not going to risk. His sacrifice bunt is really rated pretty high, so I'm just going to... Oh, and he drops down a good one. It's going to be close. But Rhea made it out. Good bunt, though. So now we got Vargas up. He needs to get a hit here. And, man, we're looking at a rain delay. So 46 minutes on the rain delay. And Tovar, he's up to 68 pitches. He's got good stamina, though. And that should be it. What? He holds on to it. Wow, he hangs onto the ball. Infield hit for Vargas. Not sure what happened there, but I'll take it. So runners on the corner, first and third, with 1 out. 1-0 count the Barge. This could be double play. Beat it out. And he gets it. Man, 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. It's incredible, the defense that they've had in this series. So they're gonna pull Tovar. So I think I'm gonna risk a batter or two with Rhea, and he gets the first guy out, so that's good. Rhea's only at 62 pitches. He's got a 15 stamina, so I'm hoping that he's good for this inning at least. And he's up 2 up, 2 down really quickly. So that brings up Almanzar. I'm going to do that weak shift on him. And first pitch, and he hammers it out to the left. And another good play by Elman. And it looks like Elman was hurt there, but he's going to stay in the game. Ooh, that's good. So they're pitching Mike Searle, who had a pretty good year for them. Freeman leads it off, and he's already down 1-2, and he strikes him out. That brings up Ochoa, who had that big double the last time up. He's got a full count now, and he walks him. So, runner on now with 1 out. Here comes Elman, 1-0 count, and that should be a double play. No. He's safe. Poor throw from the second baseman. So Canaan Smith now, who got a hit his last time up, an infield hit. He needs to connect with a home run. Let's go. And he drills it into the corner. And I'm going to send him. I am going to send Elman. And he scores. Ooh, there's a little bit of a glitch there, I think, graphically. But Elman comes around to score. We're up 2-1. Now Evan White up to bat. He works it to a full count. Now and a liner right to the first baseman. So now we're going to the bottom of the 6th, and I'm going to visit the mound. This is kind of a cheap way to look at it. He's still going strong. I'm going to give him a chance here. 2-1 to Tatis. And that's going to be a single. That brings up Hubschman. I'm going to play double play depth. This may be his last guy. And he's running, and he's going to be in there. Oh, my gosh. And so I'm just going to walk him. So now we got runners at first and second, no out. And Naylor's up. I'm going to bring in a lefty to face Naylor. And right now, I'm going to use Shrimsher. And I'm going to play a double play depth. And I'm going to play Naylor. I'm going to play him to... I'm going to play him straight up in the infield. And it's a 1-2 count. And he struck him out. Good job. Now, do I leave Shrimsher in? I've got Callaway up now, who's rated pretty good against lefties. Equally well, really, against lefties and righties. So, I'm going to gamble. Shrimsher is my 5th starter, I think. And he struck him out. Man, great job from him. And now we got Eric Knowles, who's a lefty. Let's see what we can do. 2-2, and that's going to do it. Great job from Shrimsher. Man, 3 up, 3 down. He came in a very tight spot, and the bullpen still has not given up a run in this series for me. Now Oviedo leading off in the top of the 7th, and he strikes out. May have had to rethink that move of keeping him in. Dave Shrimsher due up. I'm going to bat now with Hunter Green in. I'm going to try David Dahl. I'd like to save him for later in the game, but it's time to use him. Counts 3-1, 1 out. And they bring in the lefty Jordan Montgomery, and he walks him. I didn't even notice that. And now they're playing playing a lot of percentages here. Mike Sansone comes in. He's not their greatest pitcher. He had a 5.18 ERA. Vargas had a hit and scored, I think, his last time up. Going for a quick pickoff play didn't work. 2-0. They're playing double play depth, looks like. It looks like the ball, I'm not sure what happened there. There's another glitch. This must be something going on with my capture software here. But whatever happened there, I've got a runner on first and second with no out. Let me see. I guess I could go to the... No, he got a hit. So good hit from Vargas. And now we got Barge up, runners on first and second. 2-2 count. And he goes up the middle with it, and he drops it. So we've got bases loaded now. 1 out. Freeman up to bat. He's having a pretty poor game, though. And that could be... He gets the out at home, but that's all they're going to get. They had the infield played in there. And that brings up Ochoa. This could be... and he strikes him out. Oh, my gosh. It's a great pitch in there for both teams, really. So we're in the 7th inning stretch. And who do I bring in now? I think I'm going to go with Kane, who's had a pretty good season for me. He's another power pitcher. And they're going to have Danner leading off. So first up, Danner, count 2-2, he strikes him out. And Kane has looked good. This is his third showing. He won the first game when we came back, but 3 innings. That's his 4th strikeout. He's looked pretty good. And this is Mickey Moniak for all you Phillies fans. Mickey Moniak is still hanging in there. He looks like he's a pinch hitter for the most part for them this year. I'm going to play him straight up. Oh, and he drills it to the third baseman, but Freeman dives and makes the catch. Good play. 2 away with Drew Waters up. And it's a 1-2 count, and he strikes him out. Kane doing a great job this series. So now we're at the top of the 8th, still up 2-1. Aylman leads it off against Sansone. Aylman is 1 for 3 this game. But I think that's his 2nd strikeout, though. The magic may be going for him. Kanan Smith now up. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. He's swinging at that first pitch, but it's just a little nubber down to second. It's 2 away for Evan White. And he hits it down to third, and that's an easy out. So Kane has good stamina. He's been really good. I'm going to leave him in at least for one or 2 more. And hopefully I didn't make a mistake there. It looks like it's going to stay in. And Vargas makes the catch. And then we got Tatis up. He's got a full count going. He strikes him out. Kane. If we hold on, and it's too early to even talk about, but Kane would be, I would love to give this guy the MVP if he holds on. That's a 3-1. A little dribbler down to third, but he's playing deep. Oh, great throw. Great throw to get the out. So now we're 1 inning away from taking this to the league championship. And Oviedo is going to lead off against Steve White, who's their closer. And he's already down quickly 0-2. He has struggled. And that looks like a pop-up in foul territory. Catcher's going to get there and make the out. So Alex Kane, I'm going to bat for him, but who do I bat? Nova or Mast? Or Poe? Guy I haven't really used. He's not as strong against lefties. Mast. I'm gonna give Mast a chance. He's 0 for 7 though in this series. Maybe this is good luck. And he hits it out to left, but I think it's gonna stay in. Yep. Baez makes the catch. So 0 for 8 for Mast. Not a good series. But here's Vargas, who had a great hit his last time up. He's 0-1, and he drills it to center, but looks like he's going to catch it. So now, here we go, bottom of the 9th. It's time for my closer, and hopefully we can hold on and win this game. So it's going to be Miguel Castro coming in, and we're going to play a pretty tough part of the lineup, starting off with Naylor. And I've said it all game, Naylor is due. Let's hope he's not due against Castro. Count 1 and 2. And he strikes him out. 1 up, 1 away. He struck out the side in the only inning that he's pitched so far. That brings up Baez, who's a spray hitter. I'm going to play him straight away. It's count 2 and 1. And he gets under it a little bit to right field. And Ochoa's there to pull it in. 1 out away from going to the championship series. Can we do it? Eric Knowles, who has a little bit of power. He could be a tough out. And nope, it's down to first, and it's going to be unassisted. And that's the game. What a surprise. Wow. And they are jumping with joy. I really can't believe we just won that game 2-1, especially the way it started. 1 run in the first, I thought for sure we were going to be in trouble. But great game. Wow. Great series. 3-2, went the distance. But man, got to give it to our bullpen. I think, to me, the bullpen was the MVP of the series. But in terms of the actual game, Vargas came up big, 2 for 5. Kanan Smith 2 for 4 drove in the winning run, I guess, or was that Ochoa? I can't remember now. But both Ochoa and White had an RBI in the game. Rhea got his first victory of the playoffs. Didn't have a great game, no strikeouts, 2 walks, but for the series, you can see 1.59 ERA, but the rest of the bullpen, Shrimshire was solid in that inning. That was such a great inning from him. Kane was amazing. Castro got his second save, and Juan Rhea was the player of the game. But let me see who's going to be the MVP, and they give it to Sean Barge. Not a bad choice. He was 8 for 16, so he batted 500, drove in 4 runs. So a good little token to add for Sean Barge there. His first major award, although he's gotten the Rookie of the Month a couple times this year. So that caps off a good year for him. Overall, offensively, we didn't score a lot of runs, but I mean, from Barge, White, Ailman, Dahl only had 3 at-bats, but Ochoa, Smith, Vargas, all those guys hit really well, almost 300. The big questions going into this next series are going to be really, how does that infield mix work? Because Nova didn't get it done, 2 for 12. Freeman didn't get it done. Oviedo didn't get it done. I'm going to have to decide who of those 3 I start, but I'm pretty confident that Ailman's going to get the start in left probably every game. And then pitching, can't say enough about how good that was for that bullpen. So now we're going to be going against Milwaukee, and they're a tough team to play, especially offensively. They're loaded. But I'm going to go ahead and finish out today and see if so Seattle, Trout injured in an off-field incident. He had a good year though, 32 home runs, 90 RBIs. But playoffs, let's stay focused here. So Tampa Bay and Baltimore still tied up. Let's see if this will do it. Yep, Tampa Bay prevails. So once again, they're going to be moving on in the playoffs. So it'll be Tampa Bay against Detroit, Milwaukee against Philadelphia. And that's what we're going to be doing the next episode. Like I did this one, I'll play until we get to an elimination game, and then I'll play the game out. Hopefully you like doing it that way. It's just kind of the way I like to play the playoffs. Gives me a little bit more investment in it. I get a little bit more excited when we win if I'm playing it out. Of course, the losses are harder too. But thanks for watching this episode, and thanks for subscribing, the few who have subscribed and keeping up with the series. Hope you like it. And if you have any comments or questions, or if you want to know, just like the previous subscriber, just want to know what kind of career one of your favorite players had, just let me know. And I'll end this series, or end this episode for now, but look forward to seeing you, hopefully, in the deciding game of the National League Championship Series with the Phillies on top. So thanks for watching, and see you then.